Brian McKenzie, CrossFit Endurance. We're here at CrossFit Mercer again. Today we're going to go over some deadlifting mechanics, and we're going to be running with the jump rope. And we're going to show these guys exactly the differences between this, so that it articulates within the running and the deadlifting with what we're doing and how everything's really the same. So here we go. Okay. Walk up to your bar. I want your feet just underneath your hips, okay? In a neutral position. This is exactly how you would be when you're running, okay? You should be running with feet underneath your hips. As they land, you should be landing directly underneath your hip, okay? Any degree in or any degree out becomes a deviation from that, okay? So, with the deadlift, you want those feet just for right now. For this experience, we're going to be keeping the feet directly underneath and neutral and straight, okay? Now, I want you to get as tight as you can, like we were doing hollow rocks the other day, up top. So, that is the same thing we were doing where we got the shoulders back, we pulled the belly button in like somebody was going to take a punch and punch you in the gut, okay? You're going to squeeze your butt as tight as you can, okay? Now, unlike the running, what we're going to do is I want you to drive the knees out and pull the hip back and not give in any of the integrity of what you just got tight. Okay? Knees do not come forward. Why? What happens when we go forward with those knees?
Quadriceps.
We're loading the quads first. And we just took the hamstrings out of it. Our posterior chain is now no longer loaded. We're trying to load that posterior chain, okay? And we're trying to keep integrated through here. So I shouldn't overextend either as I come back, but I should be tight. And as I come back, you'll notice everything's staying in position, okay? My knees are slightly bent, but they're also coming out. I'm going to come down and get one hand on the bar and set the other hand on the bar. If I have to do this, what is that right or wrong? Correct. So come back up, reset, come down. Once I come down to my limit, if I have to bend my knees, that's fine. What you'll notice is that you still keep the hamstrings involved if you do that. Okay? Why? What were you teaching us? You're telling me you're teaching us the other day. Load prioritization. Priority of loading. Okay? So you're loading here first. Then you can come into it while I'm still loaded. Make sense? Pretty simple, right? Okay, so let's try that out and try and get onto that bar. All I want you to do is grab that bar without giving up the integrity of that spine. Don't stand up with it yet. Head should be in a neutral position. Perfect. Okay, everybody come up a doll. Not with the bar. Take a look at this position. See that? It's nice and flat. Head is neutral. Okay? Now, what I'm going to have you guys do is he's going to load his hamstrings even more by yanking those knees back. Then he's going to pull the bar into his shins, come back into it, and he's going to fall back and pull up at the same time. See that? Notice that one of those words I said, fall back, right? Why are we falling back?
I say it.
Go ahead. Oh my God. There's that word again, gravity. We're working with gravity. Fall back into position, and it's going to counterweight that bar, and you're going to feel it just kind of rise up. Don't give up the integrity of this. Okay, so everybody try and come down and do that. Real quick. Don't give up the integrity of that spine. Just maintain. Now, make sure that bar, you pull it into those shins so it's touching. Load those hamstrings by pulling the knees back first. Boom, then pull the bar back in tight. Yeah! Bring it back down. Same position. Beautiful. That seemed a little easier than normal? A little different? Yeah? Okay. Why don't we go 5 of those? Reload it every time. Set it down. Okay? Should I borrow these or just shins?
I don't get it. Because usually I just go like this.
Something that's totally wrong. You're almost there. Yeah, so, okay, so check that out. Yeah, so check this out. So what you're doing is you're loading. So check this out. Watch my legs. Quads are now loaded forward. My knees are forward. Right? I'm not, and my hamstrings are still not loading correct. I'm already loaded here. Versus, watch this. I come out, my hamstrings are tight. Now I've got my hamstrings tight and loaded. Okay, and I'm not getting out here. Then, if I need to get the bar and come forward, then I yank back, pull the bar in, fall back, and stay there. Yeah. Beautiful. But here's what I also want you to do. Come on down, bring that back, lift the hip. So pull there, now pull that back, now try and fall back and stand at the same time. See how easy that got? It's like it's nothing, right? Right? You don't want to necessarily but no, because the bar, you're literally falling back. Alright, once you got 5, do me a favor. Grab the jump rope and do a hot lap. Yeah, a lap around the car. So now we're going to have them jump rope around. They're going to use the jump rope. And what we've been going over the jump rope is that any break that occurs like this stops them from really moving forward, okay? Versus staying forward, using that gravity, keeping those feet neutral. You have to work correctly underneath. Okay, so we've got a few people who actually are kicking ass at this. Yeah, you're going to run. Ashley, go around one more time for me. Go around one more time for me. So Ashley is doing this almost perfectly. She just did it today, but she's figured it out where she's really engaged. She's got the hip involved. She's forward. She's stabilized. She's running well. And so this is something that we would do where we kind of we'd integrate the deadlift and the running together to show the similarities in how we move. It's just something you can do with some skill work. You could even turn this into a WOD. You don't necessarily need to do it with the jump rope, or you could, and you could even up the weight with the deadlift. Have fun.